Hi, my name is Magda. I'm a registered kinesiologist, and today we will be doing a forward ball roll. A forward ball roll is a modified plank for people who do have chronic low back pain. What I love about the exercise is that it uses a Swiss ball, which will help you engage all of your stabilizers without you even knowing. So when I'm getting the client into the position, there's a few things that I'm looking out for. Number one is I'm looking for shoulders to be away from the ears, okay? That way I'm gonna engage the lats and turn off the traps. Second thing I'm looking for is how are they breathing. So you want your clients to take a big belly breath in and then a big exhale, and you want them to pull it up and in and imagine as if something's wrapping around their waist. Then they're gonna maintain little shallow breaths as they're holding this position. Third thing I'm looking for is hips. The hips have to be in slight hip flexion, okay? Why? Because I'm looking for TVA activation, not rectus abdominis. So by having slight hip flexion, it should be predominantly the prime mover should be the TVA rather than the six-pack muscle that everybody's trying to get. All right, so I really want to emphasize that having your bum down and having no hip flexion isn't necessarily wrong. The goal for this exercise, though, is to engage the transverse abdominis. So that hip flexion will engage the TVA more as the prime mover for somebody who has chronic low back pain. However, if you don't have low back pain and you still want a great core exercise, you can easily go straight down and engage your glutes. There's different ways of progressing this exercise. So one way I would do this would be getting the client to lift one leg off of the ground and place it a little bit further away from themselves, right? Still the same cues apply, shoulders away from the ears, vacuum in the belly, hold this position, slight hip flexion. Another way to make this more advanced would be going onto both feet, right? I'm shaking and I can't maintain a conversation, but this would be for more of an advanced client. So you can imagine that once your client goes from one level to the next, they should be getting progressively better. And if they're not, bring them back a step. And you want to make sure that they're able to hold the position for a minute to a minute and a half. Even the stability Swiss ball hold, the first one that we did, if they can easily do that for 2 minutes, okay, you need to graduate them. You're not going to get any more progress with the same exercise. So the same cues apply to all of my progressions. Shoulders away from the ears to engage the lats and turn off the traps. The second thing was belly button up and in and shallow breaths, right? And then the third thing was hips in slight hip flexion rather than fully down with the glute squeeze, so we get TVA activation.